Khan vs. Brook, game time, cards, predictions, circles and the latest betting odds. Amir Khan and Kell Brook will end their long-running feud with a hugely anticipated grudge match in Manchester on Saturday night. This weekend's main event has been many years in the making, with the animosity between these two old foes bubbling away for almost 2 decades. However, things escalated to an unacceptable level at Thursday's final pre-fight press conference, with both men criticized for their conduct and Brook denying accusations over the previous use of a racial slur and Khan denying the use of homophobic language. While it is undeniable that both fighters are now some way past their respective bests, there remains a huge appetite to finally see their rivalry settled once and for all in the ring. 2004 Olympic silver medalist and former unified light welterweight champion Khan has not fought since stopping Australia's Billy Dibb in the 4th round of their low-profile contest in Saudi Arabia in 2019. That bout came just 3 months after he unsuccessfully challenged the great Terence Crawford for the WBO welterweight belt. Khan, now 35, has previously stated that this will be his last fight, though it appears that he could yet be convinced to carry on if he emerges victorious. Read MORE Kell Brook denies Amir Khan claims over racial slur before grudge match. Amir Khan confident he will give a fanboy a Kell Brook worst beating of career. Kell Brook insists Amir Khan has made big mistake in delaying much anticipated fight. Kell Brook avoids hefty fine by making weight for Amir Khan grudge match as tempers flare once again. Amir Khan and Kell Brook set for long overdue grudge match that still spikes the curiosity like few others. Amir Khan vs. Kell Brook live stream, how to watch fight online and on TV. Brook, who turns 36 in May, has also hinted at potential retirement, having suffered 3 defeats in his last 6 fights, albeit against top-quality opposition in Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. and Gennady Golovkin. Former IBF welterweight titleist Special K lasted 4 rounds with Crawford on his last outing in Las Vegas in November 2020. Khan vs. Brook date, start time, venue and ring walks. Khan vs. Brook takes place on Saturday, February 19, 2022 at the 21,000 capacity AO Arena in Manchester, with the event commencing at around 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Tickets for the boxer event sold out in just 10 minutes back in December, highlighting the keen interest that still exists in this particular long-running rivalry. Ring walks for the main event are expected at around 10 p.m., though as ever there will be a lot of build-up and much will depend on the length of the undercard bout. Getty Images Khan vs. Brook fight card/undercard in full. Saturday's card also features Natasha Jonas, who will now fight Uruguay's Chris Namus for the vacant women's WBO super-welterweight title. Other highlights include the professional heavyweight debut of Tokyo 2020 Olympic bronze medalist Frazer Clarke, Amir Khan vs. Kell Brook, Natasha Jonas vs. Chris Namus Charlie Schofield vs. Germaine Brown Bradley Rea vs. Craig McCarthy Viddal Riley vs. Willbeforce Shihepo Adam Azim vs. Jordan Ellison Hassan Azim vs. MJ Hall Frazer Clarke vs. TBA Abdul Khan vs. Ricky Starkey Ibrahim Nadim vs. Taka Bember. How to watch Khan vs. Brook TV channel. In the UK, Khan vs. Brook is available to watch via pay-per-view on Sky Sports box office at a cost of £19.95. Live stream. Those that have purchased the fight can also watch live online via the downloadable player or Sky Sports box office app. Live coverage. You can also get blow-by-blow accounts of the main event and entire undercard with Standard Sports' dedicated Fight Night blog. Getty Images Khan vs. Brook weigh-in details despite suggestions that he might come in over, and therefore incur a hefty fine of £100,000 per extra pound. Brook weighed in on Friday inside the catchweight limit of 149 pounds. Which is 2 pounds above the normal welterweight limit that he's not had much fun making in the past. Brook looked ripped as he tipped the scales at 10.8 pounds 5 ounces, with an equally impressive Khan 1 pound lighter at 10.7 pounds 5 ounces. The duo had to be separated after exchanging more angry words during their final face-off. Khan vs. Brook fight prediction. This is nowhere near as good a fight as it would have been in their respective primes, but as a spectacle it remains pretty irresistible for British boxing fans. Neither fighter is now close to the level they both achieved as world champions, but we should still be in for quite a show in a likely battle of whose powers have declined the least. Despite his advancing years and inactivity, Khan's hand and foot speed remains intact and he claims Brook no longer possesses his previously impressive punch resistance after those brutal stoppages by the likes of Golovkin, Crawford and Spence. However, Khan comparatively never possessed much by way of power, and a knockout on his part likely remains a tall order, even if those aforementioned claims have validity, provided he can still cope with the speed. Brook should be able to utilize his remaining power and timing to secure a memorable stoppage in the late round, but in truth, it's a very tough fight to predict, which is what still gives it such mass appeal. A Khan points win could also be on the agenda if he gets off to a good start, uses his speed well, and avoids getting tagged with any big shots to test his questionable chin. Khan vs Brook betting odds: Khan 11-8, Brook 4-7, draw 18-1, Khan KO, TKO or DQ 10 out of 3, Khan points/decision 7 out of 2, Brook KO, TKO or DQ 6-5, Brook points/decision 7-2. Odds via Betfair.